right, welcome to southern Spain, March 5th, 1811, for the Battle of Barrosa. Please forgive me if I get any history wrong on this. I am by no means an expert on the Peninsular War. From what I understand and what I've read, the French were laying basically a pathetic siege on the southern Spanish city of Cadiz, but since it could be supplied from the sea and it was on an isthmus and it had a good garrison, it was basically an impregnable fortress that could never be taken. But still, Marshal Soult and Marshal Victor were down there laying siege. I guess at some point Marshal Soult got the great idea to take half the force, leave the siege, and go up and work on join in on either a siege or an attack. I think it was an attack on or a siege on Badajoz, which is the big fortress city on the Spanish-Portuguese border. It's kind of the gateway into to Lisbon. So once he took off with a good chunk of the forces, the British decided to, hey, this would be a good opportunity for us to get out and reduce some siege works, and just ease the pressure off basically the siege, of Cadiz. So they, General Graham led a British force. I think they shipped them by the Royal Navy to the east of the city. Some troops came from Gibraltar and joined up with them. Then they hooked up with a Spanish force who actually had more troops than they did, so they had to surrender. I think it was La Peña was the general. They surrendered operational command to him. And please excuse me if you are a Spanish fan, because I'm reading British history, which basically, true or not true doesn't matter, but they kind of paint everybody else like complete morons. So, who knows? I wasn't there, so I can't tell you. So, according to what I've read, the Spanish general basically led the English all over the place. He abandoned the original plan to reduce siege works and just started marching around all over the place and was basically just trying to return to Cadiz with this force instead of reducing any siege works. Tried to have a coordinated attack with some of the garrison of Cadiz, but all that screwed up. And then Marshal Victor became aware of this force and then went out to go basically slam it against the sea and destroy it. He was going to take the opportunity. So that's basically what the backstory. According to the history I read, there was a couple small engagements, and then when the big engagement started to happen, the British and the Germans were left alone while the Spanish retreated back to Cadiz along the road along the Atlantic, which will be that road right there. So they took off going that direction. And French forces occupied this elevated high ground, and we're using that basically as a strong point to try to capture pin the British up against the coast. The British kind of were able to expand their flank and moved into some pine forests. I don't have any pine trees, sorry. And they also decided to attack, try to roll up their flank basically on the right here, the French right flank, and also do a general attack on the heights. So, not the biggest battle in the world. I think it was three divisions were involved. Almost equal forces. Would have been a numerical superiority if more of the Spanish had stuck around. And yeah, should be good. Looking forward to it. I know the British struggle to attack in most Napoleonic rule sets, but they're going to give it a whirl. And the French struggle to sit still. So I try to give that a whirl too. Also using some mixed formations and See how that works. I've never done that in black powder. That's why it might look a little bit like a General des Armées game at the moment. Alright, so we'll get back to it. We'll go over some terrain and some features, and then we'll go over the armies, and then we'll just start beating the heck out of each other. It's going to be good. Alright, hang in there, guys. See you in a minute. So not a lot of crazy terrain features. That direction is north. This giant monstrosity is the Barrosa Hill. I'll get down lower so you can see that, but it's a good piece of terrain. This direction towards all my supplies and stuff and all my storage is the Atlantic Ocean. That's the road to the coast road to Cadiz, and all this over here is basically the pine forest. There's a little river here. I can't remember the name of it. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna screw this up. The Almanza Brook. You could cross it if you want. It'll slow you down, but it's not too bad. And there were some roads that connected things together. This is the road to Chiclana, I think it was called. And I think those are the main features. Got a couple stone walls that'll slow you down. Roads will speed you up if you're in attack column, march column, or column of companies. And yeah, I think that's it. Nothing too complicated here. Should be good. We'll go over forces. Commander of British and German forces, Lieutenant General, Thomas Graham. First Division, and just everything breaks down to brigades here, but First Division was commanded by General Brown. He'll also command 1st Brigade, and he has the 29th, the 23rd, and the 2nd to 7th King's German Legion. 2nd Brigade, it's also part of the 1st Division, will be General Dilks. Commands the 3rd, the 40th, the 1st, and the 35th. 3rd Brigade was actually going to be the 2nd Division. The commander, General Wheatley, and he's got the 92nd, 42nd, 27th, and the 79th. There were some British Guard battalions here. So 4th Brigade is General Goff. He's got the 1st Foot Guards, 3rd Foot Guards, 2nd Coldstream, and 3rd Scots Guards. Sorry, my arm's wavering there a little bit. Actually, they're up there. I'm shooting the wrong guys. Hello. There they are. Right in the center where they should be. Coming out of the pine forest here, you've got 5th Brigade with General Whittingham. That'll be the first part of the 3rd Division. He has the 40th, 44th, 30th, 45th, and the 69th. I think these were the guys that, actually made the big hit through. They attacked through here and actually captured an eagle. I think it was the 82nd, which I don't have. They captured an eagle of one of the French regiments at this battle. And then on the far left flank of the British are is General Duncan with the 6th Brigade, the second part of 3rd Division. He's got the 59th, the 4th, the 28th, and the 32nd. Commanding some of the core assets is actually a man who becomes pretty high ranking later on. This is the first time I've seen his name pop up. He's only a colonel, Ponsonby. He's got some cavalry. He's got the 1st Royal Dragoons, and it says the 7th Queen's Hussars, but it actually was a King's German Legion Hussar regiment here, and there was some British Dragoons. We've also got 2 artillery batteries. We've got one there. Sorry for the movement. There's one over there right at the break of the hill. There it is. And then they all have the Marauder rule, the artillery, because they're Royal Artillery. And then the 95th Rifles get to fight actually as a cohesive unit, which I'm excited about. They're sitting back there in reserve, waiting to get ordered into battle. For the French, their commander is Marshal Victor. He's taken over Napoleon's body for the moment. 1st Brigade and commanding 1st Division is General Ruffin, and he's got a combined Grenadiers battalion, and he's got the 1st and 2nd battalions of the 24th Regiment of Line, And he's got the 1st Battalion, 9th Regiment of line. 2nd Brigade is commanded by General Marchand. He's got 2 battalions of the 96th and 2 battalions of the 27th, excuse me. Commanding 2nd Division and commanding the 3rd Brigade is General Laval. He also has a combined Grenadier Battalion, and he's got 2 battalions of the 54th and 1 battalion of the 45th. 4th Brigade here holding the corner is General Merrill, and he's got all 4 battalions of the 8th Regiment. Commanding the 3rd Division and the 5th Brigade is General Valat. He's got 2 battalions of the 94th and 2 battalions of the 95th. And then our fictional appearance is my boys, the Italian Stallions. I got that Palombini here, and he's got 4 battalions of the 4th Italian Infantry Regiment. So let's see what they can do out here on the French right flank. And then commanding the divisional assets under Victor is General Loison. He's got 3 artillery batteries. He's got a Chasseurs à Cheval Squadron and a Chevaux Léger. So the French will have more artillery, but the British have the 95th Rifles. And should be a good fight. We'll get rolling for command rolls here in a minute. Alright, British going first. General Graham. Gonna try to order 1st Brigade forward. Alright, I am rusty on these rules, so prepare for screw-ups. Alright, Graham's a leadership of 8. Disaster. Might as well burn the reroll already. That was, sorry, Brown. General Graham's the general. So this is General Brown, 1st Brigade. He is destined not to move. All right, see if General Dilks can do any better. He's a strategy rating of 7. He's going to order his boys forward. Start advancing on this ridge line. Ooh, all right. So that's several moves. Hang on. General Dilks, being a superstar, got his troops moved into gun range, close enough for the skirmish screens from both forces to pull back behind their parent units. And nice, very good movement there. Good command by him. Got 3 moves, 21 inches. General Wheatley's going to hold himself in reserve and hope the guards move. Fingers crossed. At least they have the reliable rule. Speaking of the guards, General Goff in 4th Brigade, he's an 8. He's got the reliable rule, so these guys are basically 9s. He could have... Oh, and he fails. General Whittingham's going to lead his forces out of the pine forest to try to do a combo assault on the French up here. Hopefully he pays attention to those guys. Don't get some canister fire. Whittingham's an 8. Advance as far as possible. Oh, nice. General Whittingham's moves his units forward. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention thanks again to Doug Carmichael for these beautiful units. Both of these front battalions are painted by him. Much better than mine. Thank you, sir. British advancing nicely towards the northern end of the Barrosa Ridge. Almost French-like. Good job, gents. Their skirmish screen pulled back too. They're in range of heavy musket fire, so nice. And on the far left flank, General Duncan. He's got a nice, nasty field to go across, and the French are waiting for him. But he is a brave soul. His dad bought his commission, so he's going in hot. Strategy level 7. He said, heck no, I'm staying here. It's the end of British movement, turn 1. Little success here in the middle. And everywhere else was... Oh, I still have... I still have Plasambi to move. Or You know what? He's going to hold. It's not time for a cavalry charge yet, in my opinion. He needs these guys to get their act together. All right. That's where we're at. And there's your view from the Atlantic Ocean of two British brigades closing in. We'll start off with the 45th unloading a good British volley with first fire into these lucky Frenchmen.
Make ready, present, fire!
With first fire, it's 4, 5s, and 6s. 4 of them. One disordered though. That'll work. See if the French can save on 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, they can't. 2nd Battalion 45th reels back after being hammered from almost their right side. They're disordered now, and they have 1 casualty. Vive l'Empereur! The 30th also unloads on that same French musket battalion.
Make ready, present, fire!
Picking on them. Not shooting too good today for the old Brits. 1 more hit. Let's see if the French can save this. I think, hang on. I just wanted to make sure there was no modifier to with disordered, but there isn't. Oh, they laugh at it. The 40th is going to hammer away on that center battalion there.
Make ready, present, fire!
All right, 3 hits. No disorders, though. The French take 2 casualties. 2nd Battalion 54th takes 2 casualties. It's now their sister unit's turn in the meat grinder. The 3rd will fire into that 1st regiment there, or 1st battalion right there.
Make ready, present, fire!
Using their first fire. 3 hits again. No disorders. And they save 2 of them. Let's take 1 casualty. 1st Battalion 54th takes 1 casualty. Alright. Not a bad round of shooting. They still get to do that artillery section is basically boxed off. I probably should have placed them better. That's where they were on the map, sorry. I looked at the deployment of troops in reality. These cannons will fire at the combined grenadiers. Oh, British guns unloading. Eat some cannonball, sucker. So it is long range, so they got a -1, but they're firing at attack column, so that's +1, so it'll be even out on 4, 5s, and 6s. Big juicy targets. Oh, sad. General Ruffin and General Marchand are going to hold their ground. That is not true for these guys. They do have 1 unit that's disordered, but General Laval is going to charge. Laval's an 8. Holy smokes. You guessed it, they're going in. They could have moved for days. The combined grenadier battalion will go in against the 40th. British will countercharge, so it should be kind of brutal. All right, that'll be handled later on. General Merrill is going to hold himself in reserve. Doesn't want to get in the way of the artillery. He's going to pulverize those gentlemen. And that's not, these guys are going to attempt to move forward. Palombini, no way. He's got to go. The Italians are trying to relive Caesar's glory days. General Vallat's at 8. Oh, he's going to get a move at least. They're going to move forward 12 inches. General Vallat moving forward to threaten the right of the left flank of those guys. You definitely get the voltigeurs will fire off a shot. And it's Palombini time. He's also an 8 with reliable and with a potted charge. Ooh, he might have failed. They get a reroll still. General Victor is going to exude his influence here. Oh, Palombini wants nothing to do with it. After the end of the French movement, guns firing, lots of fire in this corner as the voltigeurs, sorry about that. They get busy hammering away on the Brits. French artillery's firing. Charge going in here. And then more skirmish lines. It's a safer word for me. And then the other French artillery section firing down the hill. A stalemate on that side, a little artillery duel, but over here we're getting into it. French guns open up. Over half range. And they're in the trees, so doing most of that too. Gonna need 6s. Labricashaw. French skirmish line opens up. Just one shot, needing 4, 5s, and 6s. They get a hit. 45th saving on 4, 5, and 6. Come on, baby. Ah, one casualty. 45th. They're not really affected by that too much. They will get a second skirmish line firing at them here. One shot. Oh, and a disorder. See if they can save on a 4, 5, or 6. They cannot, so they'll take second casualty and be disordered. Guns fire on the 45th. Now they're not like pressed up against a stone wall like skirmish line. So the Brits will get a defense with that, with +1 and +1 of their save. 5 or a 6. Hits. And they get to save on 3, 4, 5s, and 6s. Oh, they love it. Unfortunately, there is bounce through to the next unit, so they gotta take a round too. This will just be a 6 hitting. Nope. Skirmish line, unloading. One shot, needing 4, 5s, and 6. Get a hit. Brits saving on 4, 5s, and 6. Oh, taking a casualty. The third takes a casualty. I think all that's left is another artillery blast. We're going to fire down the Scots Guards. 5 and 6 to hit. They will hit them, but they'll save on 3, 4, 5s. Oh, it's artillery, but maybe at long range. Hang on. Yeah, it takes away that bonus. Let's go to 4, 5, and 6 save. Oh, they make it. It's bounced through to the next guard unit. Need a 6 to hit. Nope. It's the end of the French shooting. Now it's time for some hand-to-hand, yo. Everyone's going to get 3 supports for this, so it's going to be a good one. Oh. Combined Grenadiers against 35th, right? I think it is? Yeah. Hooking and weaving, stabbing and jabbing. Combined Grenadiers will get 7 attack dice. They did not choke at all. They hit on 5. British attacking back. They're on 3, 4, 5s. Oh, they were actually, whoa. I forgot they're charging, and those others were 3, so they hit all 7. Oh. Oh my Lanta. Okay, the British are also countercharging. They're hitting on 3, 4, 5s, and 6s. 6 dice. They only missed 1, so they get 5 hits too. Not bad. All right, so saves. Let's do the French saves. I mean, the British saves first. Saving on 4, 5s, and 6s, all 7 dice. Come on. Oh, they're not bad. 2 casualties get through. French, 5 saves, needing 3, 4, 5s, and 6s. Let me check if I think they're the same. Let me make sure the combined Grenadiers are a little better or not. Morale saves still a 4. They don't get the old guard kind of stuff. This is a tiny unit. I have the other book upstairs. I'm just using this one because it's got everything. I've got the Russian Clash of Eagles upstairs. I forgot to bring it down here, but all right. So saving on 3, 4, 5s, and 6s. See if they choked. They choked. The French are going to lose the hand-to-hand by 1, so they'll take a break test, an even break test. And for those of you who are fans of the channel, know this is not my strength. I always roll double 1s. Oh, look at that! The British will stay, or the French will hold their ground. They'll stay locked in hand-to-hand. The little yellow dice will mark that the British won, so I won't forget next turn. And they'll keep fighting. So we got, I think the stamina on that combined Grenadier unit is 4, so they're not shook yet. And the Brits are holding strong. Nice! So they'll pick up next turn. And that will end the first turn. So say what you like about black powder. It runs smooth. It's easy to remember, and it's, I mean, anytime you got these guys on the table, it's enjoyable. So outstanding. Thanks to the guys at Warlord for making this game. It's awesome. All right, start of turn 2. Let's see what General Brown can do with 1st Brigade. He's an 8. This is a tactic of going. We're gonna burn the reroll again. Getting Graham's coming over to help, slap him in the butt. You can do it, buddy. All right, here we go. 1st Brigade moving forward. They lost 6 inches going over that stone wall, but they're at least advancing onto the edge, the bottom of the hill. Buscata. French are waiting for him. Goff is going to try to advance the guard into this gap. He's at 9 with the reliable. Come on, Goff. Oh, goody. Big move by the guard. Almost crested the ridge. Oh, sweet. Got their skirmishers behind them. They push the French skirmishers back. Here they come. Nice. All right, Wheatley's going to try to move the Irish and the Highland Brigade forward. He's a 7. He moved 1 move. That's not bad. He keeps his brigade in contact. They moved up and they flanked the cannon. That's good. All right, this battalion's disordered. No point moving that one out and getting totally jacked up, unsupported. So they're going to hold still. Plus they have their one, this is Willingham's brigade. They have 1 battalion supporting this hand-to-hand over here. Definitely got to do some thinking about the far left flank. If I attack these guys, I give Palombini my right, or my whole left side to basically get annihilated. So I'm gonna do some moves with somebody else first, like a Ponsonby first. Ponsonby's gonna order their marauders so they can do whatever the hell they want, basically with no range description. They're gonna move into skirmish order, and then take off as far as they can to try to support the left flank. They aren't going to take off very far. So they basically converted into skirmish order, and they're ready to start booking next turn. And now Ponsonby is going to, or Ponsonby, I'm not sure which one it is, sorry. He is going to order the cavalry forward. Ooh, yeah, they're going forward. They're probably going to complete the charge. Alright, the British cavalry is charged in. French from attack column easily formed square. Got two squares sitting right there. There he is, going in hot. I can't believe he's riding with his telescope to his eye. It's dangerous. And the final British brigade is just going to hold. I mean, I think moving is just basically going to expand their flank and make it easier for them to be smushed. So they'll sit there and hold. I don't see a better option. All right, that's the end of British movement. Got some stuff going on now. That's awesome. And you got British cavalry charging and French units forming square up on the ridge. Right over here, the British skirmishers will engage the French skirmishers, basically. One shot hitting on -1. Oh, get it disordered on him. Nice. Saving on a 3, 4, 5, 6. How you do? But get that disordered. 2nd Battalion 95th is no longer disordered. Excuse me, still disordered. 45th will unload on the 45th.
Make ready. Present. Fire.
3 shots this time. Ooh, they still, so they'll stay disordered. 2 chances for casualties. Saving on 3, 4, 5s, and 6s. Well, they'll save them both like a boss. 2nd Battalion 45th will remain disordered with 1 casualty. The 30th will unload on the 45th as well.
Make ready. Present. Fire.
3 shots. Oh, hit once. Save it on 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, take 1 more casualty. They're up to 2 now. The combined grenadiers lost the hand-to-hand, so they actually degrade into a line formation now. I think that's in the supplement rules, so they're in that. No shooting around there. The 3rd will engage again. Another round of missile fire. Musket fire into those guys. 3 shots. Excuse me. No hits. The guards are going to fire at these guys as they close in with their first fire.
Make ready. Present. Fire.
30 at 5 dice with their first fire. Which is basically crap. 2 hits. French take 1 casualty. 2nd Battalion 27 takes a round, takes a casualty, and then 1st Battalion 27th, the other guard, the Scots Guards are going to hit them.
Make ready. Present. Fire.
Hey, a little better. 3 hits at a disorder. French take 0 casualties, but they are disordered. British guns are going to fire up the hill at the combined grenadiers. That's firing overhead and at long range, needing a 6. Ah, nope. And then we'll end the British turn with hand to hand. You know it. British attack with 6. We got +1 though. Forgot about that. They hit 4 times. Go ahead and do the French saves. They're saving on 4, 5s, and 6 because they're out of attack column. They'll take 2 casualties. I think they'll be shook. Combined Grenadiers hitting on 4, 5s, and 6s. Ooh, chocolicious. British saving on 4, 5s, and 6. Oh, punt! So they'll both be 1 excess casualty. They'll both be shook. It'll be a draw. So they'll both have to test at -1. Oh, wonderful. Let's make it do it. Let's make it spicy and do simultaneous. All that was a little bit too much for the second Somerset. They fall back disordered and they remain shook. The French win in the draw. Well, they're not really win. They just kind of are still standing there. And then these guys run away. I just have to check to make sure. I can't remember the rules on moving through a unit when I think you make that disordered too. I'll check on that real quick. After a quick look, I can't see any rules for this unit becoming disordered. We'll just say it's another day at the office. I'm getting different rule sets stuck in my mind. So even though I only played 2 of them compared to some of you guys, I played like 8 of them. But yeah, that's good enough for me. We start off with Loison. He's going to try to do a Lancer attack into the 1st Dragoons. Loison's an 8. Time for a reroll. Marshal Victor getting involved. Oh yeah. The British will of course countercharge that disaster and probably blow these guys off the universe. Oh yeah, here we go. Probably gonna be a slaughter. Alright, next up, General Merrill is gonna try to relocate his brigade. He's got a sense of urgency to move back in this direction. Oh wow. So they have moved out the line and now are redeployed to support the center. That should free up these guys to do something crazy. So 1st Battalion 96 has got the downhill charge. Oh wow. That's gonna get him a to get him a +2. I like the downhill rule. Go get him. But they're going to go up against the guard, so that could be brutally bad. It works out well. These guys be able to hopefully get into position to fill that gap. General Laval is going to push the advantage, get a downhill charge going if he can, and switch around his units. So he needs a couple moves to do some things. Laval is able to use those 2 moves to reorganize his stuff and generate a downhill charge. Nice. Oh, go get him, buddies. Slam into that British unit is going to countercharge. The combined Grenadiers were able to reform into attack column. Alright, let's see if General Villac can get his action going. Oh wow, French are rolling. Those training camps at Boulogne are helping out. Oh, the French go in again. Up will be Palambini. Can he do the same thing? Palambini moving forward. Nope. The Italians are going to take advantage of the reliable rule and they still move forward 1 move. Clearing a nice little lane for the artillery. All right, French are attacking up and down the line. Oh. Brutal. Oh, I don't know where to start. All right, artillery's gonna fire at those guys in cover. Need a 5 or a 6. Nope. Italian skirmishers firing, needing 5s and 6s. Nope. Artillery at medium range. They'll get the stone wall, but that's about it. Blasting away. 2 dice, needing 5s and 6s. 1 hit. Save it on 5s and 6s. Oh, they take a casualty. They're shook with 3 casualties. These guns at medium range on the guards. 4, 5s, and 6s. Oh, missed them both. The unit behind them hit by 5s and 6s. Oh, they're disordered. And they're saving on 4, 5s, and 6 on the bounce through. Nope. Coldstream guards, 1 casualty and disordered. These 2 squares will fire at the, there'll be the King's German Legion Hussars. First shot. Hits, second shot. Misses. Save on 4, 5s, and 6s. Nope, take 1 casualty. Hussars take a casualty from the 2 squares. I think we're down to melee now. Alright, first Royal Dragoons against the Lancers. They're going to get ferocious charge, +1 heavy cavalry, 8 attacks. Against 7 attacks with a +1 for the charge, and they'll inflict a -2 morale save with the lances on the first charge. Dragoons coming in hot. Re-rolling their 5 misses. They get 5 hits. Lancers coming in hot. They get 4 hits. Alright, 5 saves on the Lancers, needing 4, 5s, and 6s. Oh gosh. Dragoons have to save all 4 of these on 6s though, with the lances coming at them. Oh, it's going to be a draw. Both cavalry units are going to be shook with 3 casualties, so they're both going to have to take a morale save. Alright, Lancers paying off nice. Alright, let's see what happens. I thought they were going to be doomed. They still could be doomed. But that roll, I think they just exploded. Oh no. And the Chasseurs à Cheval got to take a test because the Lancers incinerated. And they might be going sideways. Well, that landscape changed. The King's German Legion Hussars are sitting there wondering where the hell everybody went. The First Dragoons had to, they had to make 2 retreat moves, so they end up being disordered and shook back behind that fence. The Lancers imploded and they are running for Paris. And then the Chasseurs à Cheval are like on the edge of the known world, doing some research on the flat Earth theory. So, and they're disordered as well. So they're miles out of there. All right, next up, it's got some fighting to do. All right, British Guard countercharging, 7 attacks, needing 3, 4, 5s, and 6s. Not bad. French charging, also charging downhill, so they're just don't roll 1s. All right, French making 6 saves, 3, 4, 5s, and 6s of attack column. Oh. They take 1 casualty. The Guard saving on 3, 4, 5, 6s just because they're badasses. Oh, they're going to take 2. A guard is going to lose the combat by 2, 1 extra casualty and 1 less support. So they'll make a straight up morale save. It's always a wild card with me rolling. Oh, the guard will hang in there. They'll have to, they'll have the marker next to their unit because they won the hand-to-hand. French will have 1 casualty, British will have 2, and I got to mark the French as winning that hand-to-hand round. But the guard are hanging in there. Next downhill hand-to-hand attack. The 54th versus the 30th. Here we go. Oh gosh. British swinging with 6 dice, hitting on 3, 4, 5s, and 6s. Oh, 3 1s isn't going to help. French hitting on anything but. 1 but, 5 hits. French saving 3 attacks, 3, 4, 5s, and 6s. Oh, well, just 1. British making 5 saves, 4, 5s, and 6s. Whoa, nice rolling. Both sides are fully supported, so we're taking 1 casualty. Sorry, the British will lose by 1. Take a flat morale test. Oh, they're hanging in there. There's the marker. 2 and 1 casualties. All right, they're going to keep on fighting next turn. Another hand-to-hand over here. Oh yeah. Flat fight, no downhill crap in this one. All right, British hitting on 3, 4, 5s, and 6s. 4 hits. French hit on the same. French get 5 hits. The French making 4 saves with 3, 4, 5, and 6. Attack column trying to pay off. They save everything. Oh, wow. Can the Brits do the same? 4, 5, 6. No, they can't. They'll take 2 casualties. You're going to lose by 3. Flat out morale test. No excess casualties. Oh, they love it. They want some more of it. That's the end of turn 2. French are pushing hard on a couple fronts. Try to take advantage of the terrain. When the British came halfway up, they're like, we're coming down. You got a massive cavalry battle, ended up in some whacked out crap over here. All right. I really like that move. I just thought of that out of nowhere. They kind of were doing nothing. Okay. We'll see you in turn 3. Alright, starting off turn 3 for the Brits. General Brown. Trying to keep that frown upside down. He's going to try to keep his march going up the hill. Feel like I'm due for a freaking foobar. He's going to do the reroll again. He is getting a lot of hand-holding from General Graham. It's kind of sad. I don't want to move out of the basement, Mom. Well, he's gone forward to move again, slowly making his way up Barrosa Ridge here. French are kind of got a square. They want this King's German Legion Hussars to go away. That doesn't really matter. They fire the same dice. They'll probably be an attack column otherwise. That's a great picture. Good attack by the Brits on this side until you start looking in the background and you start seeing attack columns coming flying down the ridge. No! Alright. Probably do some of these units back here next. Go with General Wheatley in the Highland Brigade, and the Irish, of course. See if they can keep pace with the other gentlemen. Alright, Wheatley gives a great speech. Here they go. Advance. No, we don't want to listen to you. They're going to stay where they are. General Dilks is going to try to get his brigade to move up. and see what they can do. Oh, he's got some disordered crap. Yeah. It would be a good time to move up, but hang on, let me think about that. Alright, he's going to try to do separate orders to advance these two brigades up next to the guard to support their left. And if those two pass, he's going to try to rally off one on these guys. That's a pipe dream. There's no way I'm getting through 3 successful orders. Hey, couldn't even get through one. And I get a foo bar! Can I get a witness? I forgot it's called a blunder in this. Alright, let's see where that battalion ends up. Oh, please don't like rapid retreat. No rapid retreat, please. So the 3rd retreats 1 move to their rear. They wanted no part of Barrosa Ridge there. They're like, he's screaming at them, get up there, and they're like, no thank you. We've got some tea. So we're gonna sit back here. Now the First World Scots, they're on the tip of the spear. Good job, gents. Alright, that brigade is done. This brigade is occupado. They're fighting. These guys are fighting. They're just going to hold still because they know the Palambini's coming for them. They're just going to load their guns and get ready to blast away. And sorry about the panning. Alright. Ponsonby's going to order the 95th to move as far to the left flank as possible. Here we go. Okay. The 95th have hauled butt, and they are right there at the break where they want to be. If anything snaps, they're going to throw their guns in and just start blasting away, just shooting everybody. It's like they got ARs or something. But they're a great unit. They're going to be in there. Yay. And for his part, last for order, Ponsonby's going to see how many of these units he can put into square. He's going to charge along the line and look for a target. Alright, so that's 2 moves. So mission accomplished for Ponsonby. He's able to force these other 2 battalions in this brigade into square. So now you've got the entire brigade is in square. And he's able to complete the charge on the artillery. Unfortunately, he will take traversing fire from these 2 squares that were already in square. Sorry about saying the word square 50 times, but these guys don't get to shoot because their reaction was to form square, and then the artillery will get closing fire, canister, bam. So let's see if he survives all the way to there. He already has 1 casualty. He might be the hero of this entire battle. Or they might be selling off his squadron for dog food. Boom, sucker! Alright, first off, we'll get traversing fire from these 2 squares. Alright, they'll be hit on 4, 5s, and 6s. Oh, they blow Brickashaw. They miss everything. Good job, buddies. And canister closing fire, 3, 4, 5s, and 6s with the artillery. Are you serious? That was terrible. They had to make a 6 to make the save. They don't. So those gunners super choked. They're gonna get stomped into the dirt. Woo. So they have 2 casualties, no disordered, and they're gonna go in against these guys, and it's gonna be brutal. 30 seconds, gonna fire at Palambini.
Make ready. Present. Fire.
Firing through their skirmish screen. 4 dice hitting on 5s and 6s. 1. Italian saving on 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, they love it. These guys are going to wail away on this supporting unit again.
Make ready. Present. Fire.
1 hit. Saving on 3, 4, 5s, and 6s. Oh, they love it too. The 35th is going to use their first fire and fire on the already shaken combined grenadiers. This could be gross.
Make ready.
Hang in there, buddies. Vive l'Empereur. No chokes. These are like 3, 4, 5s, and 6s. Oh shoot! This is going to be disordered and 3 saves. 2 more casualties. They're going to take a break test at -2. Let's just go right into that. Not this time. Uh-oh. They could be gone. That's a 4. A little too much firepower for the combined grenadiers. They just incinerate and they run for Calais. The Scots Guards are going to unload into that supporting unit.
Make ready. Present. Fire.
4 shots within 6 inches. This is going to be 3, 4, 5s, and 6s. Can I roll some more 1s? 1 save, need 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, casualty. British guns are going to fire at that same unit. Kind of exposed on the hill. 6 to hit, long range, firing overhead. Nope. And then we got the British skirmish line firing on squares. Oh, a hit in the disorder. Now they're saving on 4, 5s, and 6s because they're not an attack column. Oh, they're taking a casualty. Alright, end of turn 3 for the British. Got squares. We got squares on the right. Artillery getting attacked by cavalry. Some problems going on. Lost the combined grenadiers of the 2nd Division. Got reinforcements coming up the side of the ridge. It's getting ugly over there. Alright, time for some hand-to-hand. Alright, we're continuing to rumble in the pine trees. The French won the last one, so they'll get a 3, 4, 5, and 6. And British will be 4, 5, and 6. Gonna roll them all at once so it's that more confusing. We'll figure it out. French hit 5, British hit 2? Ugh. I'll do the French saves. Well, I'll do them all at once. How about that? That'll make it more confusing. French are saving on 3, 4, 5, 6. British on 4, 5, 6. Alright, the French are going to win. They took 1 casualty. The British are going to take 3 extra. So let's go from there. It's Savage. Oh, who's going to win? The Brits want that eagle. The 59th's got to make a -3 morale test against that brutality. Time for some double 6s. Oh, that'll work. 6. I think they're still going to fall back. Alright, the 59th is falling back a move. They are shook and disordered. The French are not going to follow up. They're going to wait for their next move. Could have been worse. On a -3 morale test, I could have rolled anything else. That's not too bad. This guy still got their first fire, too. They're still pumped. They're going to recover and be back. Alright, next hand-to-hand. Now, French won this one, but they have lost the support after the combined grenadiers got mowed down by the 35th. So, it'll be a little bit of a disadvantage, but they do have a +1 with there because they won last turn. Brits are hitting on 4s, French are hitting on 3s. Oof. Both sides get 3 hits. French saving on 3, 4, 5, 6s. Oh, ugly. 2 casualties. Brits saving on 4, 5, 6. Look at that. The Brits are going to pull out the W on that one, but both units are shook now. They're going to take a break test. -1, the French. Oh, gosh. All right, the other 2 units have to take a break test too. Oh, last one. This is the complete annihilation. Oh, they're going to fall back. Oh, the complete collapse of Laval's brigade. These guys are now... Basically, the brigade is broken. They are in full retreat. They will no longer take part. Their skirmishers are deployed behind the brigade to cover their return to where? Madrid. Just to think of where they were going. leaving a huge gap in the line that these guys are going to have to plug rapidamente, or the entire British Army is going to come up the ridgeline and wipe them out. Huzzah! Great job by the British, just crushing that brigade attack column, sending them packing. Outstanding. On to the next hand-to-hand. See if the British can keep this freaking rolling. The Guard. French are +1 from winning last turn. Oh, looked like they choked. The French choked hard. They rolled like 4 ones. That's awesome. French saving on 3, 4, 5, 6. Catastrophic. British saving on the same. It's going to end up being a draw. Let me see if anybody is with the supports. Guard's going to have 3 casualties. The French are going to have 3. The French are going to end up shook. They'll have to take a morale test on the tie. All right, it's flat out. Are you kidding me? Oh gosh. All right, the other battalions have to take the break test. First one, they're going to hang in there. Second one, they're going to hang in there. Third one, they're going to get on the flight team. Oh, the Guard crushes the French. They're down to 2 battalions in that brigade. All right, cavalry charge into the cannons. Horrible. 6 dice against 1, and the British get to reroll all their misses. Well, the King's German Legion does. Well, the French missed their 1 attack. Reroll their 2 misses. They rock both of those. French saving on 4, 5, 6s. -3 break test for the artillery. Excess casualties and being everything else. Oh, the French. They are ridden into the ground. The cavalry is obliged to charge on into the flank. Oh no. Look at those guys. There they are, slamming into them. Oh, ugly. King's German Legion will be +1. The French will be -1 to this disaster. All right, all at once. All by myself. All right, Brits hit 5, French hit 3. The Germans will re-roll their 1 miss. Ferocious charge, they'll miss again. All right, time for some saves. British saving on 4, 5, 6. King's German Legion. How many times did I say it wrong? Oh, they take 2 casualties. French saving on 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh. They both take 2 casualties. From what I've read in the supplements, there'll be a -1 since no supports were hitting them in the side. The French would lose a -1 from being hit in the side. And the British would have the extra 1 there because they're not in square. So I might have read that wrong, but it sounds fair to me. So we will do just a break test against the French. They'll lose by 1. They're going to run away somewhere. They're going to fall back disordered. I guess it's the end of the Hussars movements. They've done their 1 compulsory attack. And yeah, not a good turn for the Frenchy French. Oh. See what all those cannons aren't there. We're gonna put them away. They got blown to pieces. All right, can they fight it back? Turn 3. French coming up at you. All right, starting off for the French. Ruffin's gonna try to do something cool. All right, the 5, Ruffin can do a bunch of stuff. See what he can do. All right, Ruffin had enough moves to create that monstrosity. He's got a charge going in, fully supported, and he's got a line back here to blast away at the butt cheeks of the King's German Legion Hussars. Marchand is going to try to get his command back together again. He's got some issues. Oh yeah.
He's falling back in line, got his skirmishers up front, and they can take some pop shots at the dragoons. I mean the Hussars, excuse me.
Alright, see what General Merrill can do. Oh, beautiful.
Here they come. French are making their final assault. You know, don't notice the dragoons, I mean Hussars right in the middle of them. They're coming over the ridge. This is the final assault on the British center. Very Waterloo-like. They lose this, it's over. And of course they're attacking the guard. Too bad Maitland's not here. They're trying to bring him in quick. Maitland! Blast him, baby! Alright. Continue on with the French orders. Great music. Laval will lead his battalion, or what's left of his brigade, excuse me. He does have a battalion off the battlefield. They are broken. Look at this giant hole that Laval's departure is going to create. Where'd he go? Oh, you know somebody's going to be exploiting that giant gap. And Marchand is back here. He's going to have to plug the hole with what he's got left. Which is like maybe 400 guys in this battalion, and that's maybe 700 in that. He's lost several hundred probably already. All right, what can Vilat do? All right, Vilat. Oh, yep, he can do a couple moves with that. All right, Vilat has wheeled and has charged into the flank of the 2nd Nottingham, I believe it is, if I can identify correctly. We'll get him, boys. And to complete the hat trick, all we need is Palombini, who has been absolutely terrible. It's like World War II Italians here. Got to get back to rocking it.
At least I've got this far, and I still have the reroll from Victor. But Palombini's not going to need it. He embraced the moment. Palombini lures the British into a false sense of security. Comes charging through the trees. Here come the Italians. Oh, yeah. Heck of a great movement turn by the French. This is probably the make or break time right here. They are attacking everywhere. General Victor. Yeah, he lost a lot of battles in the peninsula, but he's trying to earn that reputation back. Just attack, 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 attack. They're going to get enveloped and destroyed, but oh well. They're all the bang, not a whimper. The British have a lot of reserves left, and don't think the French can match it, but we'll see. They're playing their music. French artillery cutting loose in medium range on the British. 2 dice. One hit. Basically save it on a 6. They don't make it. They'll take a casualty, and then we'll get a grazing fire going through. And oh, they'll get both of those with a disorder. And let's say save it on 6s. Oh, they save 1, so they both take 1 casualty. The back battalion will be disordered. All right, the 30th will have to take a break test because excess casualties by artillery. -2 break test. Ooh, see you later. They're going to implode. Too much of the artillery fire.
These guys will fire straight ahead, -1.
They'll need a 5 or a 6. Miss!
Combined Grenadiers are going to unload at point blank range into these guys' back doors, basically.
Make ready. Freeze and fire.
4 shots hitting on 3, 4, 5s, and 6s. Oh, 3 disorders. That's nice. British saving on 4, 5, and 6. Or German, excuse me. 2 more casualties. -4 morale tests for the King German Legion Hussars. Oh, that is not going to get it done. Alright, cavalry unit just runs all over the place, and Ponsonby goes back and joins up with the 1st Dragoons. And I'll keep screwing up steady line until probably the end of time. So these guys get to shoot, but no bonus to their shooting, no closing fire. Then they'll countercharge. 3 shots, seeing 4, 5, 6. Oh, disordered. That's what you want. Let's see if the Italians can make the save. Oh yeah, they love it. Now the hand-to-hand, now the Italians are going to be at disadvantage because they've only got a 4, 5, or a 6 basically to hit on. Clutch by the Brits. Italians making 4 saves. All but 1. British have to make 2 saves. They get 1 too. They're both going to take 1 casualty. The Italians are going to win with all their extra supports, which the Brits have 2 and the Italians have 3. So now we get to a break test for the British. Yep, they're going to stay there. Good job. All right, they will not get closing fire or the counter charge because they're getting slammed in the side. Plus the British unit is shook, so they're going to get another minus. -1 for the flank and -1 for that. It's going to be a tough hit for them. All right, British hitting on 6, French hitting on 3s. French have 1 save to make, which they make. British have 4 saves on 4. Ugh. British are going to get crushed. Wow. It's like a -5 morale test. With all the excess casualties, the the shook, plus the flank hit minus, so -5 morale test. That's going to be implosion.
The lad follows that up and strikes the next British unit in line.
All right, Brits hitting on 4s, French hitting on 3s. Brits hit 4, French hit 5. We'll do 3 saves of 4. All right. It's actually the French saving. They take 1 casualty. British saving on 4s. Nice rolling. And 2 casualties. British are going to lose, but they'll take an even morale test. Here we go! Here we go! Oh, they're going to run away for miles.
Brits end up retreating or disordered. 2 casualties behind the 95th. Back in the trees, chilling.
All right, downhill, hand to hand. French against the Guard. We'll go to twofer. Twofer! We'll do this one first. British get closing fire. Oh, there's that disorder. That's what you want. 2 saves by the French. They make them both. All right, Guard hitting on 3s, French hitting on 4s. French saving 5s on 3. Oh, nice, just 1 casualty. Guard saving on 3s as well. They're taking 1 casualty. The French are going to win this with supports. Whoa. crap, I forgot to add in the downhill thing too. There was 1-3 there. I'll make one more save for the British. Alright, here we go. British don't save, so they'll take 2 casualties. The guard will have 1 excess casualty, so that'll be a -2 break test. Oh no! General Merrill will lead another let another unit besides the disordered one follow up. That unit will fall into support, and they slam into the next guard unit. I think that's 1st Battalion of the 1st Guards. Oh, getting hit with no supports because I got to save the supports for this battle, and he's taking on 4 French battalions. There's no reaction to this, so we get a downhill plus a charge. So it's anything but, and the Brits will be hitting on 4s. One but. The Brits hit 4, the French hit 5. All right. 4 saves of 3. They're going to take another casualty. British, 5 saves of 3. They're going to take 2. And technically, I forgot to do the break test last time when the unit imploded on them, so I'll do a break test now for this same unit. They got their 2 of them. Oh. So they'd run away on 1. And yeah, so we're just going to run away. So the 1st Guards, 1st Battalion of the 1st Guards have fallen back, disordered with 2 casualties. French are right there. Alright, closing fire by the Guards, the Scots Guards. 4 shots. No 6s, that's the big one. 2 saves for the French. I miss them both, they suck. 1st Battalion of the 24th now has 2 casualties, and they go in with a downhill attack. They'll anything but, and then the British will be hitting on 3s. One but, and the Brits hit everything. Boss mode. Everybody's saving on 3s. See how this goes. They'll both take 2 casualties. The French will be shook, but the British are going to lose because of supports. We'll do an even morale check. Oh, they're going to run away. And they'll rotate another unit into the vanguard and go in against the Coldstream Guard with a downhill attack. Oh, and the Coldstream Guard is disordered from I think it was a cannonball or something. I can't remember. Something got them. French are anything but, British are 4s. French making 3 saves of 3. 1 casualty. Coldstream Guard, badass unit, making 6 saves of 3. The Guards will take 2, and the French will take 1. French unit has 2 casualties. The Coldstream Guard has 3. They have a stamina of 4, so they're not broken yet. But they'll take a -1 morale test. See if the Coldstream Guard laugh at this. Oh, I'm going to laugh at them. Oh no! Great turn by the French and Italians. Cutting their way through. This is like turning to the teenage wasteland here in the middle. There's just like this huge fairway, whereas everybody's dead. It goes on for a while here. And you find Marchand way back here chilling at the beach party. 2 good attacks, breaking the guard back a little bit. Got 2 units left, but they're both disordered at the bottom of the hill. It's time for the Highlanders to come through and mop up operation. Coming back at turn 4, British. The Empire will strike back.
Alright, it's back to Brown to start turn 4 for the Brits with the King's German Legion.
Oh, Brown. He is coming for you.
Brown is going for MVP status as he rolls, well actually wheels, but he rolls up on the French flank. Oh, King's German Legion out front. They're just, it's going to be enfilading fire for days. Oh. Alright, it's time for Wheatley and the Highlanders to get into battle.
Oh, here comes the kilt-wearing bastards. They're gonna kick some ass.
Oh, they're in an L-shaped ambush. They are getting surrounded. Dilks can close the door on them. See what he can do.
Oh, Dilks being Dilky.
I don't even know what that means.
They didn't quite slam the door, but they are all over them. Possumy's gonna do a follow me order. He passes. Oh, dragoons fly around the flank, and they are behind the French now. And what I read, this was pretty common. French would attack columns, and the British would just roll around them in line, and they'd get them in these basically crossfire. They just wear them out. So here it is, actually happened. So it's kind of cool. Whittingham's last battalion that hasn't been running away yet, they're disordered still. He's going to do a disorderly retreat. 95th Rifles kind of did their reliable move to move back into line. They're about to unload on those guys. This artillery's pointing down the road at them. I can take off some of this disorder off some of the, a couple of these units. No, they just broke last turn. No, sorry. So we've got brigades hiding back here in the trees, or battalions, and we've got an engaged man over here. I think everything else is not engaged.
So a lot of shooting by the British over here on the left flank. And a lot of fresh units that haven't fired yet. 95th Rifles just got involved. Those are the French cannons. British guns. And then up on the hill. All kinds of shooting. Oh.
Alright, we'll start down here on the left. The 28th is going to enfilade fire that French battalion in attack column. Hitting on 3, re-rolling misses. 2 re-rolls. Hit them all. French saving on 3. Nice, just 1 casualty.
1st Battalion, 95th up to 2. Shooting down the road. Oh, actually, I'll do the 95th Rifles first. They got first fire. They're going to try to crush this first unit of 94th.
They're going to get 5 shots with their sharpshooter thing. I mean, their first fire, and they're going to get sharpshooter. Hitting on 4s. Rerolling 1 miss. Oh, they don't get it. French saving on 3s. Oh, they get them all. Nice. British guns at medium range into that mess. As they're blasting on attack columns, they'll be hitting on 3s. Oh, it's them both. Grazing fire going to the trailing battalion, needing 4s. Get those both too. Both battalions saving on 5. The front one saves 1 of them. British guns firing at medium range overhead into these attack columns. Hitting 4s. Gets 1. Grazing fire. 5s and 6s, the trailing one. Neither. Saving on 5s and 6s. Oh, they love it.
Alright, 1st Royal Scots, enfilading fire. I'll have to measure that, see if it's in 6 inches.
Make ready. Present. Fire.
Just out. 4, 5s, and 6s. Re-rolling misses. Oh, that's terrible. You can hit them all. Hit them all on the re-roll, baby. Just one more. 2 saves for the French. Freaking rock solid. The Gordon Highlanders mashing away right down the throats of these guys. First fire.
Make ready. Present. Fire.
4 shots, saying 3, 4, 5s, and 6s. With the clutch disorder, 3 saves. French take 2 casualties. That battalion is shaken and disordered, but no excess casualties. So no break test for them. Go down the line to the Gordon Highlanders, blasting away at this battalion.
Make ready. Present. Fire.
4 shots, any 3s. More disordered and all 4 hits. 4 attempts to save it. Wow, they save everything, but they are disordered. King's German Legion enfilading this battalion.
Make ready. Present. Fire.
4 shots, any 3s. Terrible. Rerolling those 3 misses. Alright, 2 more hits. And a disorder, so that's good. Saving! Oh, French take 2 casualties and are disordered. These guys were already shook, so now they have a -4 break test. It goes down to a 3. Final King's German Legion will fire at the lead battalion because they are in their firing arc.
Make ready. Present. Fire.
4 shots hitting on 4s. One re-roll for inflated. Oh, 4 of them. All right, here we go. Big saves. French, can they pull it out again? Let me see if they're -1 with disordered. Now I was getting my rule systems mixed up again. So they save everything but 1, so they're gonna have excess casualties. Correction, no excess casualties. They have 3 exactly. They're shook and broken, shook and disordered, and they're hanging in there. Wow. Pretty, could have been a lot worse. Thanks to the French attack column morale saves. They're getting hammered, but boy, they're hanging in there. Oh. I think all we got left to do is the hand-to-hand down there with old Palombini. Italians won the last hand-to-hand round, so they get a +1. So they're hitting on 3s. British hitting on 4. Let's see what happens. It's going crazy in there. It's like the Italians hit 5 times and the Brits hit twice. Italians saving on 3s. Taking 1 more. Brits saving on 4. Ooh, they're taking 3 more. 32nd is shook with 1 excess casualty. -2 break test. I think they're gonna fall back. 32nd falls back across the creek. The Italians follow up that and rotate in a new unit to lead the charge against the, looks like the King's Own. Let's go, baby. Italians hitting on 3s. King's German Legion getting caught flat-footed. Italians hit everything. The Brits were still able to pull out 4 hits, even though they just basically got plowed through by their own breaking unit, and then they got right behind them. The Italians hit them, so that was a pretty good heads-up attack. Those Scousers getting ready. Let's see if they can. So Italians have 4 saves. Brits have 6. Not a bad result. Brits take 3 hits. The Italians take 2. Brits have 1 support. The Italians have 3. They're going to end up losing the battle. The Brits will, and we'll do a break test. Oh God, they're coming for him. -1 brake test. They're gonna run away too.
British have retreated both their battalions across the creek. They're both disordered and shook. The Italians have reached the creek, and now they can probably start turning the flank. Oh, too bad it just looks like crap over there. And that'll end British turn 4. Hell of a good turn.
Alright, French are going to try to salvage this by just plowing straight ahead. Initiative charges there with they'll lead with a non-disordered unit. Initiative charge there, non-disordered unit. What else we got? That's the rest of this unit. Real first big move will be these guys are going to try to come to the rescue. Their disordered's off now. Marchand is going to try to lead his last 2 battalions up and attack these guys. Alright, here we go. I get 1 move. He's not going to get there. Alright, Loazon's going to have that artillery piece rotate in place. And then he's going to try to do a follow me order over here. Alright, rotating gun. He's an 8. Yes, they make it. Follow me order with the chasseurs à cheval. Makes it 2. Alright, chasseurs à cheval, charge in. The frickin' 1st Royal Dragoons see him coming and turn and countercharge. And it's gonna be a scrum. Everybody slaughter each other. Oh God! Dragoons are shook still. They have 3 casualties. So they could be a bit fragile. These guys are gonna try to go suicide style and attack those cannons. Let's see how far they can get. Oh. They will reach the cannons. They will take traversing fire from the 95th and closing fire from the artillery. Good luck, Valette. And Loison is going to rotate and attack. Well, that's just an initiative move, so that'll be a no-brainer. Alright, French are trying to make their left turn here. Definitely, the keys can be down there. Can the Highlanders hold off against that attack? And then the cavalry little fight. Alright, should be a good one. Turn 4. Just doesn't stop heating up, baby. Alright, French go in against the Highland units. Combined Grenadiers lead the attack on the right. Oh, it's gonna be good. I hope it's good. It could be a total disaster. Closing fire and countercharge by the Black Watch. There's the 6 we all wanted. Combined Grenadiers saving on a 3. Oh, they save, but they are disordered. The Highlanders will be hitting on 3s. The French will be hitting on 4s. And tough fighter for the Scottish. Disorder was clutch. The French would have hit everything if they didn't get that. And the tough fighter roll. I'll pick up 1 more. Alright, French making 5 saves of 3. Oh no. They already had 1 casualty, so they're going to be in a poop show here. Black Watch saving on 4s. Ooh, they get 2 of them. 3 for the French, 1 for the Scottish. And, ooh, the supports are even, so the French will lose. Combined Grenadiers will have 1 extra casualty. They'll be shook. And they'll take a -2 morale, break test, excuse me. Oh! Their supporting brigade has a -2 morale test too for being shook and disordered. They're going to run away. And the last unit that wasn't straight up now tell me. They're fine. Combined Grenadiers run. This battalion is falling back. They're already disordered, so they're just still disordered and shook. And the Black Watch will follow up and attack that unit right there. Highlanders hitting on 3. French hitting on 4s. It's a draw right now, but this tough fighter. No change. Highlanders saving on 4s. Oh, wow. That was freaking clutch. French can do the same. They're saving on 3s, though. They're going to take a casualty. They're going to take a break test flat out. Oh, that brigade will break. Oh. Ruffin looking over his shoulder as his last battalion retreats away, getting covered by their skirmishers. Marshal Victor moves over and consolidates with his only remaining guys. It's not looking good for the Frenchies. They're about to give up this ridge. They can't hold out here. Now the Gordon Highlanders have got to fight against these gentlemen. Gordon Highlanders going to unload into the French and then countercharge. Looking for 6s, baby. Oh, they don't get it. They do get 2 hits, though. French saving on 3s. Oh, they love it. All right, here we go. Everybody's hitting on 3s. French missed twice. Oh, the brutality of it all. All right, here come the saves. Everybody's, of course, the French are saving better. See if they can pull it out of there. Bing bong. Looks like they failed a couple. French will take 2. The Highlanders take 1. And with supports, it's going to be a draw because the Scots have got 2 supports and the French have 3. All right, here we go. Cavalry on cavalry. I don't even know what's going to happen here. D1 heavy cavalry against regular cavalry, and they got ferocious charge. Let's see what happened. Oh, I see lots of 1s. Thank God for ferocious charge. That could have been the worst dice roll in history. French hits 5 on the first round. The Brits hit 1. Maximum effort on the counter swing. Oh, they've recovered nicely. British hit 6, French hit 5. Everybody's saving on 4s. This is where it's going to be at. Chasseurs of Chevelle pull out like a boss. They take 1 casualty. The 1st Dragoons take 3. They're going to have a -4 break test as they get defeated by a lesser unit. Oh! Chasseurs of Chevelle for the win. And they're going to implode. Oh, that was huge. It left the flanks of the British units exposed. Chasseurs of Chevelle follow on the charge into the flank. Oh, they're psyched. They are psyched. Oh, no. British caught flat-footed. They're going to get chopped up. It's going to be brutal. Yeah. Let's see what happens. Sorry about the moving. The cavalry be hitting on 3s, and that British line battalion be hitting on 5s. That's the Royal Welsh Fusiliers. Cavalry kind of left the door open. They have 3 hits. The line have 2. Saves of 4, everybody. Oh my gosh, they pulled it out. The cavalry would take 1 casualty and lose, but the benefits from hitting them in the flank and catching them in line, these guys take a -2 break test. They lose the battle on all the modifiers. Oh, they're gonna break. Skirmishers will fire at the British here. 1 dice. Missing. Enfilading by the French artillery fire into that battalion. Medium range, hitting a 4, 5s, and 6s, re-rolling misses. Good thing, because they missed everything. Look. Hey! Ha ha ha! That was terrible. There's no real bounce there either, just kind of cruises out there. Sorry guys, no grazing fire for you. That was terrible. Embarrassment. These guns will fire at the same unit at long range overhead, needing 6s. Nope.
Not the best idea for French, best day for French artillery. See if British artillery can get it back. Canister fire, plus the 95th Rifles firing into these guys, enfilading.
95th Rifles, 4 shots, re-rolling miss, 1 miss. Re-rolling all the misses. That's gonna be a lot of it, I forgot, it's inflating too. So they get 2 cracks to hit this. And they won't need it. But no disordered, that's big, that's clutch. 4 saves by the French. Oh, just 1 casualty, not bad.
By the enfilading fire, that battalion's up to 3 and they're shook. Now they're going to get canister hitting them in the face with anything but.
Canister! Oh, they get a butt. Saving on 6s. 2 more casualties, so that's going to be a break test. -3. Oh, they're going to implode. That attack is repulsed, the charge, as that unit just turned into like applesauce. Oh. And now it's Palombini. Can he finish the turn strong for the Italians? Fire and countercharge by the Brits. Oh, too many dice. Stand by. We're going to do that again. Trying to give them like the Death Star. And they miss everything. Gotta hit that disorder. It's just jacked. French hitting on 3s. They got a ton more supports. Oh, everybody rolled like crap. British hit 4. French hit 3. Save and throw time. Can Palombini pull it out? Looks like British might have saved well. Casualties are on the wrong guy. The Italians have 2 casualties. Sorry about that, everybody. Who's cheating around here? Well, you're not going to believe this. With these guys countercharging, they're basically not going to be in range for any supports. The Italians have 3 supports, so they're going to win by 1. Oh, no casualties on the British. They're like, we are the best, but it's just too much seeing all that green and white coming at them. They are craving some pasta. Straight up break test. Oh, they're going to stick around. I'm going to mark the Italians with a die if they won the last one somehow. On technicality. British are going, referee. They want to go to VAR to see if that was really a win. What to do here, man? This is a disaster. Oh. All right, let's do some thinking. So, Palombini, he's still intact. These guys are getting mashed. They're going to be able to attack that cannon, but they got to take another closing fire. These guns couldn't hit the side of a barn. These guys could charge. Oh, it's actually the British turn, isn't it? Oh god, so the British are gonna get yeah, I think, and then this is just a nightmare. Okay, so just for the sake of it all, since they're basically surrounded and they're getting hammered and they have 1 battalion, 1 brigade against the entire universe, the General Victor, or Marshal Victor, excuse me, is going to order the retreat, use his remaining cavalry to screen, and they're going to boogie back to Madrid, and they're going to basically, the siege will stay intact of Cadiz. They'll probably go back to their siege lines, and the British and the Germans will join the Spanish and go back into Cadiz and win, be victorious. So that's how the real battle ended. It was pretty good. It was a horrific battle. From the number of troops involved, there were a lot of casualties. So we kept true to that. It was for even forces. It was pretty brutal. I was thinking that it was going to be the French turn to attack, but they just went. So now the British would just kind of ham sandwich these guys and be a firing squad again. Cannons would crush another battalion down there. These guys would probably get destroyed, or they'd be the only last unit left, brigade, and artillery would get overrun. And Palombini would be left to hold the bag. But, you know, that's all right. All right, great battle. Hope you enjoyed it. It's nice playing Black Powder again. Great rule set, pretty quick. Yeah. I love General de Armée too, but we'll get back to either. We'll play that in a little bit too. I think I'm gonna be painting some sharp practice this week. Getting ready for that. ACW. I'm still working on those 6mm gigantic, massive forces I'm gonna have. That's gonna take me forever to paint. Plus 6mm for some reason. Just I don't know. I got to get into the rhythm of that. I've got a lot of Confederates left to paint, and then I haven't even bought the Union troops from Bacchus Miniatures yet. Yeah, even if the Palombini breaks through, a lot of those units are still intact back there. British have a lot of battalions still left. I don't know if Palombini can do it. And then we'll do some my first couple games of sharp practice. Looking forward to that. Like the entry level will be a lot easier than 17,000 6mm from Bacchus Miniatures. And that'll do it. Thank you for watching. Enjoy your week. And yeah, you guys are awesome. I'll see you. Bye-bye.